PWB Podcast Hotline.
And now, joining me on the PWB Podcast Hotline, he is none other than the top guy in the lightweight division right now in the UFC. He's Kenny Ken Flo Florian. Kenny, how's it going today?
I'm doing well, man. Thanks.
Good to have you on the show, man. Now first of all, I want to ask you, because it's obviously going to affect you. January 31st, it's going to be George St Pierre defending his welterweight title against BJ Penn. Kenny, give us your thoughts on this mega fight.
You know, I think it's a tremendous fight. You know, as a fan of the sport, I'm really looking forward to the fight. I mean, it's rare that you have two pound-for-pound best in mixed martial arts going head-to-head, and of course, them being champions in their respective divisions is also rare. So we're getting two current champions going at it in the UFC. They're really, you know, in their prime right now, extremely well-rounded, very athletic fighters, and I think it's going to be an unbelievable fight. I think that BJ Penn kind of has the recipe, how to beat George St Pierre. The question is, can he get it done? I'm not sure. I mean, George St Pierre, I think his real big advantage is his speed and his size. Forget the other skills. His other skills are phenomenal, but I think his size and skill poses a problem for BJ, especially in the later rounds. You know, that weight becomes very cumbersome, but I do think that BJ's striking and his jiu-jitsu and his ability to stay on his feet, I think he certainly has the ability to solve the riddle of George St Pierre. Okay,
now if BJ does win, do you see him vacating the lightweight title? Do you think that's something he might do?
Well, you know, it seems like the winner of the fight, you know, apparently is supposed to challenge, Thiago Alves at 170. So, if BJ Penn wins, he may have to fight, Alves first. Now, if that's the case, and he stays at 170, I assume he'll have to vacate the belt. But again, I have no idea. I haven't been given any information on that from the UFC.
Okay, now immediately.
Sorry.
Sorry. Immediately after you win over Joe Stevenson, you called BJ the master, and then it was time to kill that master.
Right.
Do you genuinely believe he's the master?
I do. You know, I really do. I think the world of BJ Penn. I really think he is a phenomenal fighter. I think he probably has some of the best skills in mixed martial arts right now. And having trained with him, I know how good he is, and I really do consider him, like a teacher. And it's kind of again, I didn't mean the literal sense of killing the master, but of really challenging, kind of a guy who you consider a master.
Absolutely. So as things stand right now, do you genuinely see yourself as the next guy in line for a shot at the lightweight title?
I hope so. You know, I don't know if it will be against BJ Penn. I don't know if it will be against Sean Sherk, but I know eventually I will be fighting for the title, and hopefully that will be my next fight. You know, I think I'm ready. I've been training very hard. I'm training hard now, and I think I've done what I need to do to get there. So, God willing, it will happen.
Because I think a lot of people thought that you were ready for that shot after the fight with Roger Huerta. Did you think that was right?
Yeah, I felt that I was pretty ready, but I felt that really it just would have been way too long of a layoff for me to wait, a year possibly before I got the shot. And here I am. I still may be here with a 6-month layoff. So yeah, it definitely would have been too long. So I wanted to fight someone tough. I told the UFC, give me someone who's very, very good, and they gave me Joe Stevenson, and I was able to get by him, and here we are.
That's right. And I was going to say, personally, I thought the victory over Joe was the best that we'd seen you in the octagon. Did you feel it was your best performance on the night?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I felt really good going into that fight. Everything was perfect. Really didn't have many injuries going into the fight, so I knew on that level I was good, and mentally everything. I was very, very focused and very motivated for that fight, and I really wanted to make a point. I don't feel that my performance against Roger Huerta was really me 100%. I really didn't get a chance to show everything that I wanted to show, and I don't feel it was my best performance. So I was really looking forward to going out there and making a statement against Stevenson.
Okay, now you mentioned Sean Sherk. Arguably, he's in a very similar position to yourself in the lightweight division right now. Do you think that's a matchup we might see to validate number one contender status, even though, I mean, the general consensus is that you are a number one contender right now? Do you think that's a match that could happen?
It's possible. Again, I don't know if it will be one day for the title. If I'm able to get the title and maybe defend it against Sean Sherk, or perhaps we'll have to fight for the number one contender, or maybe we'll fight for a vacated lightweight title. I don't know. I don't know, but I do have a feeling it's going to happen. I don't know why. I know that after my fight with him, I knew that one day I would see him again, and that's a fight again that really is very motivating to me. He beat me before, and I really want to show him and everyone else how far I've come. And I think the first fight was a very entertaining fight. It was a good fight. But I really believe that the second fight would be very, very different.
That's interesting you say that, because I was going to ask you next that I thought last time you faced him it was a good fight. You went the whole distance, but I was going to say you must feel like you're a different fighter now. You've gone 6 straight wins since then. You must feel different fighter today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just physically, just alone, that I've made leaps and bounds in my strength and conditioning, and I've been a lot healthier since then. I had a nagging back injury that really plagued me, for a long time, and even before the Joe Lozon fight, that kind of back injury came back a little bit. But it seems like it's in the past, and so I've gotten a lot stronger. I'm in much better shape. My skills, I think, have improved 100 times since then, from the wrestling all the way down, to the striking, and I really feel that. It's a different Kenny Florian right now, and I know that Sean Sherk is definitely improved as well. So, I just feel that it would be a different result. I know that I know what I'm capable of doing now, and I, in many ways, I have to thank Sean Sherk for that fight, because he really got me to train like a professional athlete. Prior to that, I really wasn't training like a professional athlete. I was doing it, I guess in an unorganized manner, and really not as professional as I could have. Right now, I'm on top of everything from my diet to my training. I have the best coaches in the world with me. I have tremendous sparring partners, and just everything in the way that I work is completely different.
So how are things going over at the Florian Martial Arts Center right now? Pretty good?
It's great, man. It's great. It really is. We've been excited. We've been having a ton of excited students, eager students on the mats, rolling around, and it's great. One of my favorite things is seeing the guy coming in for the first time with no knowledge and really improving, and it's very cool.